Let's decorate a house for Singed from Arcane in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm making an Arcane-inspired island, and I chose Cobb to be our Singed. Green skin, tiny glasses, and an odd bandage on the back of his head. Cobb's design screams mad scientist in the best way. I liked the starting shape of Cobb's house and the use of green, but it was way too bright. I wanted the exterior to be giving spooky evil lair, so I darkened it up a bit. Black walls, black roof, grayish purple old wooden door. Cobb's starting interior was hilarious. The sleeping bag? LOL. More disgruntled college student staying in the lab overnight than mad scientist, though. I started off by removing all the furniture from the room and picking the wallpaper and flooring. I went with the laboratory wall for most of the room and used the industrial wall as a feature in the back. I went with wood floors at first, but ended up switching them out for something showier later. I then started dropping in any and every item that I thought Singed could own. Looking back, I really wish I'd kept the cold sleep pod, to be honest. At the time, I thought it was too bulky and unnecessary, but in hindsight, it would have been a nice reference to Singed keeping his daughter Oriana's body in stasis. I decided to center the room around the lab chair in the center back. I loved the rusty colorway, and it reminded me of the scene where Singed operates on Jinx at the end of Season 1. He uses an operating table, but I felt like this chair captured that same essence. I added an IV drip, put the green science pod in the corner of the room, and gave him a messy wooden plank of a desk. I wanted the room to feel dark, damp, and unkempt. Singed wouldn't care about aesthetic in his workspace. Functionality comes first. I swapped the floor to the future tech floor. It felt more intentional and specific than wood. I added some ominous bones from some experiment gone wrong, or right. Maybe they're from the cat at the beginning of Season 1. I added a cart of operating tools and a big, questionable button. I also increased the amount of trash and debris around. I really wanted the space to feel cluttered, like Singed has been operating out of here for 20 plus years. I added a bare bulb overhead for lighting, some fans and gears to fill up the wall space, and here's where I have a couple of complaints about the build. The exit sign was a weird addition. I'm not sure what I was thinking there. It looks way too current. No one in Zaun would have signs like that around. I also added a poster of Wisp, which is funny, but also like, what was the reference there? Is Wisp a callback to Oriana? Or immortality in general? I'm unsure. I also wish I'd put a more referential item in the science pod. Something more reminiscent of the creature he used to develop Shimmer. I wish I could have put in a little, axolotl in there. Dr. Shunk? But that's the build! What do you think? Would you have done anything differently? Thank you for watching!